They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. Week 7 is underway in EA Sports College Football, and we are ready for a terrific game. Houston about to kick off to get things underway. Out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So the Vikings offense will go on the attack first. And here comes the junior running back. What a game he had in their last win. More than 200 yards and 4 trips to the end zone. Bunch formation for these receivers. Running inside, it's Tyson. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
3rd down, and they'll need 2 on this initial drive of the game. They're working that left side. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. The Vikings will line up to punt it away. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. The Cougars offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays. And then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
Using his legs, it's Hughes. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
To the air, it's Wegman. Makes the grab, it's Young. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it all in that last play.
Fires to the tight end. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the 1st down.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO fake. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind it.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. Never a doubt. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Vikings open this drive as the offense looks ready to go. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground, take away that run game, make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Right back to it. Push down for the tackle.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
The Vikings will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. So they put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Off the play fake on first down. To throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Hughes. Turns it on in midfield. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And he'll be stopped. The return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. The Vikings open this drive as the offense looks ready to go. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Makes the grab. It's Williamson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Vikings with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
And they've dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, the defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
Got enough for the first. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches, I'm getting a first down. I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. As we get a look at some stats, this is the best start they could have hoped for. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. The run inside. It's Tyson. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Third and short from the 28. Let's see if this is four-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. From the gun, wants to pass. The quick out. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Vikings, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Going to the run, it's Tyson. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Yeah, great catch, but great read. I love the quarterback understanding. You're going to see the blitz. I'm going to get the ball to my running back quickly, let him get the first down. Nice job by the quarterback seeing that really fast.
The Vikings trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Right on the money. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Big guy smells it. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. What a costly mistake and big call. They could have been right back in this thing, and now they'll have to try it again. And guys, sometimes even as much as you hate penalties, at least it was one of effort. It backed up second and goal. Looking for the score. Incomplete. He was looking for the score there.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
It's third and goal and third and long. He wants to throw it again. Wide out trying to get it in. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Drake. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. The Cougars are in the hurry up.
Man, that is exactly how you execute an RPO. Like quick read, get the ball out of your hand, get it to your receiver in space really quickly on target, and you can make big plays. They made that RPO look so smooth and so effortless.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hughes. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Houston sends the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. The Vikings open this drive as the offense looks ready to go. This is a game of swings and momentum and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive. Getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all 3 phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Throws to the tight end. On target over the middle. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Gets it out quickly. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. Here comes the Houston offense out and ready to go. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Looking downfield, it's Wegman. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guy. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Got it behind the line. It's Tyson. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. The short hands. It's Gunderson. Inside the 35. Knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The Vikings come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Caught in the backfield, it's Gunderson. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not that much.
Third and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Running inside, it's Tyson. Stopped short of the first down marker, and now they might have to settle for the field goal and maybe tie the game going into the half.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Personal foul. Looking to kick kicker. Defense.
They make fun of kickers saying they don't have to worry about contact, but they do in situations like that. So after the roughing the kicker penalty, new life for the offense and another chance to take the lead. Looking to throw on first down. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this field.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. He's got it on the run. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Timeout taken by the offense is their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the #1 thing. Avoid disaster here. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. He splits the uprights, and the field goal draws us even as we get close to halftime.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's straight. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Looking for space. It's Hughes. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at Illinois taking on the #4 team, the Indiana Hoosiers.
Fielded in the end zone, it's straight. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. We check in with Holly Rowe.
I caught up with the Houston head coach coming out of the locker room at the half. They have got to use this home team's energy and enthusiasm to their benefit. As you know, this game has a lot of implications. It could separate them in the conversation for the college football playoff, but they have got to have a little better performance here to start the third. We'll see if this home crowd gives them the energy that they need.
Appreciate that, Holly. Might as well stick with him. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
Looking to throw, it's Wegman. Here comes the heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Houston will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On his way back from the 20. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The Vikings open this drive as the offense looks ready to go. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Second down, he'll throw it. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
The play-action fake. Here's a heat. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit. The defense able to come up with a big pick.
Here comes the Houston offense once again. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Fires to the big fella.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on video.
Snags it, and there's running room. Got enough space. Touchdown, Cougars! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Vikings open this drive as the offense looks ready to go. They'll go to work trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. That's caught. It's Tyson. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage. And one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time. They're looking to throw on second and short.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
It doesn't matter who it is, receivers, in this case, a tight end. You get open, you sometimes start to look at that green space in front of you, and you just take your eye off the football, lose your concentration a little bit, and miss that opportunity for possibly a big play.
The Vikings with the 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Tyson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He's got it on the right. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. The Vikings have their offense in high gear. Caught in the backfield, it's Williamson. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Snagged out of the air. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. The Vikings come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Gonna look downfield again. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. So now it's 2nd and long. The give to Hardy. Picked up 4 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll cut the lead down to 4, 17-13.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The Houston offense comes onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Back to pass. It's Wegman. Using the quick game. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hughes.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
And the missed connection on 3rd down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Vikings open this drive as the offense looks ready to go. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Here's a give to Hardy. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And he is brought down, but what a way to finish this quarter with the pick. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. They go back to work for the first down in the final period of this one. They'll run play action. That's caught. It's McGarry. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Quick completion to the right. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Here comes third and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And I like what this offense did, man. They stayed aggressive. They were trying to get the first down through the air. But here's the good thing now. You punt the football away. You trust your defense. You got the lead late in this football game. One more stop, and there's a good chance you get the W.
Well, that's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent now. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big moment.
He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Let's go down to the sideline and Howie Rowe.
Here on the away team sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Guys?
Thanks, Howie. Looking for a deep man. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. And right there, they decide, we are jumping one of these routes. We're going to try to get a pick. Almost came away with one there.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Going to try to get it himself. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. The Vikings will snap it on 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Hardy. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew...
Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Vikings will call on their punt team. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Makes the catch at the 45. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Grabbed behind the line, it's Walker. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. The Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Finds the tight end. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. You know, we joked that the tight end's always open, David, but Play action almost makes it impossible to keep them coming.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they cell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, and they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Wants to keep it in the air. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Got room on the return. He's inside the 40, the 20, the 10, and he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Vikings. Looking for the tie with the extra point. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn on the Jets, making the big play.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. This will test them. You just gave up the game-tying interception, and now it's on you to try to get the lead back. The run inside. It's Hughes. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And that's why you do explosive work in the weight room. Arm day's a good thing as he gets it to the 23.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
The throw to the outside is complete. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking for a man, it's Wegman. Got the quick pass, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They'll make the stop, but the chains will move. It's a first down for Houston.
When this offense wants to, boy, they can go fast. After the completion and first down, right back to the line of scrimmage for more tempo.
He'll pull it down and run. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
It's the fourth quarter. Every second counts, right? It's a one-possession game. We're chasing the QB. He scrambles around, does such a great job getting positive yards, keeping this drive alive. We need a score badly. We got to keep drives alive like this. Wonderful job.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions, and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll try to run for it. Maybe a crease. Powers through. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Cougar! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Man, what a great job with the execution in a moment where you had to have it. You score the touchdown, you take the lead. There's less than a minute to go in this game. All your defense has to do now is get a stop and you win.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's tackled right there, but a good job to pick his way and find some room on that return. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Picks up the first down and gets out of bounds, and there are 20 seconds left. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Escapes the pressure going right. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
And back to the air on second down. Looking to the big tight end. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and the D might have been a little too rough on the quarterback there. When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. To the air on first down. Throws to the back. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Now, these are those situations as a defense, you know exactly what's coming. I'm going to play deep. The ball goes up in the air. If it's even close to a jump ball situation, I'm not trying to catch it. I'm batting the ball down, swatting it down, getting it to the ground so I don't get one of those miraculous tips and catches for a touchdown.
This time it's complete. Timeout is called with just a single second left. So here they come. One last chance, and they've got to have a touchdown. He's going to look for a man on third and short. Unleashes one deep. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. That was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going.